hearing.
audio.
Yeah,
Can you turn off your audio here tonight?
I get it.
Trace.
Yes, just wanted to ask you some questions about the documents found, and particularly the Oregon police. Can you tell us a little bit about what they found?
When Mr. Kalick was apprehended by police in Wilsonville, Oregon, there were some documents that were found in his possession. Additional documents were also found during the course of serving the search warrant on the vehicle. But the one that we're concerned with, the one that is of most primary importance, is the one that was found on his person, which is now part of the probable cause statement that you all have in your possession now. And it basically says, if you can read through the scribbling, is that this is the crime I committed and the reason I committed it.
And it's handwritten, or can you
It
tell us
does,
what
yes.
it
The note is handwritten. It's not the most legible one, but it is decipherable.
The original charge on the warrant yesterday was for murder 2, domestic violence. Now we're looking at murder 1, and we're talking about aggravating circumstances. Can you explain the difference there and what, we talked about this being gruesome and all that, but
Certainly.
now we see it, in court, there's some aggravating circumstances. Can you
What
explain?
raises it to that?
The issue of aggravating circumstances and the definition of the law as it goes between murder 1 and murder 2. I could take the position and say I would refer you to the prosecutor's office for that definition, but as I understand it from basic law enforcement academy training, is the difference is beyond a moment in time. Murder 2 is something that is committed in the heat of passion, if you will, versus a murder 1 charge. That is something where there has been forethought prior to the crime, that is intentional, that I set this up to do this.
The two new documents that we see in the court documents that the amended charge include both a handwritten note as well as the anonymous, the posting that's attributed to Kalac, talks about specifically also the same thing that he killed her. Is that where the premeditation comes in?
That would be something that the prosecutor certainly took into consideration with determining if there was premeditation or not. And it's fairly blatant, taken on the surface, but again, this is going to be argued in court downstream when this thing goes to trial.
The judge brought up that if someone else is impacted by the crime, then there could be an aggravating circumstance. In this case, the son, he allegedly knew that the son was going to find the scene.
Right.
Is that what bumped this up?
That I don't know.
Okay.
I would have to kick that into the prosecutor's office and get an official determination from them.
Were we going with Kalick on his pronunciation?
Well,
Kalac?
I've been using that for the last 3 days.
If you stick with it, then we'll stick with it. That's what they said in court too.
Allison,
I'm good.
Diane,
Hey, Scott.
Andy.
Investigators been able to tie those posts to 4chan to a device that belongs to...
We've been able to track the postings on 4chan, those gruesome images and the verbiage, back to an IP address assigned to the defendant here.
A phone, a laptop,
Now you're getting too technical for me at this stage of the game, Drew.
I had a
Now, just that initial one, or the additional ones? Because there were several people going on at 4chan claiming to be him.
Right. I'll take that question. I don't know that answer, Andy.
Hey, Scott, can you, for just future reference for people on the same spell your name?
Certainly. It's Deputy Scott Wilson, Public Information Officer, Kitsap County,